Well, this weekend I been spending working in the shop, but not actually making anything, more like organizing. Recently, somebody gave me this tiny little table saw, and I have used it a couple times already. It's nice, it's light, it's portable. Um, Also, I was given this table saw, which is like cast iron and heavy, and requires and needs a motor. Um, that's going to take some work to get done. But there's my uh, Craftsman 100. That's my radial saw there, and still has the blade on it from the last time I used it. But I came across something recently from my dad, which, if I can get it up here, goes on a saw. This has, it's really old sandpaper on it, but the nice thing about it, you could just spray some adhesive on there, put a sheet of sandpaper, and there you go. You have a nice, gigantic, flat sander. It's the right size. I'll sand that, I'll clean that up a bit. And then you put a piece of wood here or something, and move your stuff up forward, and bam, you've got a flat sander. That's pretty awesome. Also recently I was gifted a Sears Craftsman 12-inch, and I've read up on this a lot, and it's actually a pretty high sought after and desirable bandsaw. I'll be ordering some new bands for it. It came with one, so I could work together and work on it. Been doing a lot of research and finding out some people's belief in bandsaw drift versus none, and how to adjust this. This used to be where my workbench was, on this wall, and my workbench was actually this right here with a door on top of it to make a workbench. That door is right there. And so I have a bunch of stuff scattered there because I have to clean out this side over here in order to get some things cleared up. But nice big 8-foot bench top there. This was going to be someone's countertop, but I said, no, that's not going to work for our needs. So this actual right here was my grandfather on my mother's side, and so I laid the countertop on top of that, and this table was actually just a little small, but I'll make it work. You may be looking at this going, what the heck are these? This is a drill press that is probably about 50 years old. It actually does work. Turns out this is a safety feature. Like today we have a lot of safety features on switches. If this is not in place and locked at the exact right angle, this won't work. So I'm thinking it has there you go. So that's kind of neat. You adjust the thing with this, adjust the height with this little guy right here. You can adjust the angle, the height, and it's got this much space. So not a lot compared to some drill presses, but I'll figure it out. Interesting little stop item also, so that's cool. That way it goes to there and no farther. I'll be able to put that to use until someday I graduate into a big boy drill press. This thing right here, I've been working on. It was gifted to me recently, and it probably looks like it's been gifted to me. But the funny part about it is it actually works. I do need to get myself a new belt for it. That belt is pretty well used up, but I finally got all the adjustments made so the belt lies in the middle, and this needs to be adjusted so it's at a good 90-degree angle. And on this side, that not only is for a little extra weight, but you can stick an adhesive thick piece of sandpaper to it. And again, another tool I'll use until I graduate into a big boy belt sander. I also uncovered something my grandfather gave me quite a few years ago, which was his old Craftsman gigantic belt sander. I'd put it in here because the cord needs to be replaced, but I did get it working at one point and put on a really harsh grit sandpaper. And so I've been having a little bit of fun with stuff. I will be replacing that cord because it's a disaster waiting to happen. So, not getting a chance to do any instrument creation this weekend, but I am getting my workstation and work area cleaned up a bit. So, there you go. That's me reorganizing the workstation. Oh, and I put up pegboard. You might be thinking, dude, you covered up half your window. Yeah, but not the side that opens. But I put up a bunch of pegboard, and I'll be using that. Some of it'll be too tall to reach, but right in here, I'll be able to reach up halfway anyways. And if there's any things that I need to hang, I can put it up even farther. I have these little grabber things that can help me reach out and grab something if I really need to put it up high. There it is. So there we go. Anyways, I moved my lamp. It's over here. Got my shop light. Got another lamp that I'm gonna plug in on the end, and we'll see how this kind of evolves into a pretty awesome workstation.